up? What's up? We already got people in the chat. They already knew that we're always having technical difficulties, so they all came like 3 or 4 minutes afterwards. Anyways, let's see, who do we got? See, Iceberg was here from the get go. He said always something. Yeah, man, it is. It's we tried getting it, but for some reason cameras just weren't connecting. We're able to finally get it. So what's up, Grease Monkey? How's it going? I see you. You guys have been checking out my wife's channel. She's doing awesome, by the way. If you guys haven't checked out the Pickin' Preacher's Wife, you should check out the Pickin' Preacher's Wife. Hey, is this fan? Can you hear it over that mic? Is that real loud?
I can't.
Okay, good, because it's this back room is super hot, and I have to have the fan going. Limestone Picker, what's up, man? He was at well, he's friends with Arkansas Picker. And he was at he goes to Game Jam South. Will you be at Siege, by the way? I got to watch some of his videos today, so thanks for coming in, man. Don't be a deadbeat. Like what Steve said here, don't be a deadbeat. Hit that like button already. That's right. Absolutely.
Here we go.
The naked drummer, I don't know, man. It won't be me, I'll tell you that. Retro, what's up, man? How's it going? So we got 2 Keiths and we got 2 Steves in the house. See, there's the Pickin' Preacher's Wife right there. Landon, what's up, dude? How's it going? I wish I could have seen you in Louisiana this past weekend, but I will see you soon, I'm sure. Next year you'll be at more cons. Well, Steve, how's it been going? Have you gotten to go find anything? Have you gotten to pick anything? Have you gotten to flip anything?
Man, I did a little thrifting. That's about where I ended up this week.
Yeah.
I came up with a few pretty cool things, but nothing crazy. What about you?
But same, we had the conventions, and so we did Louisiana Collectors Con. Got to meet some people. It wasn't like financially like amazing, but I got a stack over here of a whole bunch of stuff I got. In fact, well, I'll talk about that later, but I got a whole bunch of stuff for pretty cheap. And then I got a bunch of good stuff for, I gave like 60% for everything. So, but it was a bunch of really good stuff. So that was definitely worth it. GameCube and some 3DS's, like a special stuff. So it was really good. Oh yeah, Arkansas Retro Expo. That's right. I forgot you guys will be there. But yeah, I haven't done any garage sales because every weekend we've been booked up.
Dude, it's been raining over here every weekend.
Yeah, it's been raining like crazy just every day.
Yeah.
So I've been going to thrift stores, but I'm not really finding any. I got a Wrangler Pearl Snap today.
Nice.
That's which is always cool. Those sell pretty good for me. But
Yeah.
That was all I got. I'll have to. You do DVDs and Blu-ray and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You need to look up Limestone Picker. So he picks up on his videos. He has a whole stack of Click. The movie Click with Adam Sandler. So he has like tons of those, but he picks up DVDs all the time. And I see him, but I don't know anything. Like, I don't know if he might. I think it's also for his collection, but I don't know. I just don't nothing. Other than picking it up to watch.
I have a huge selection. I mean, you saw them.
Yeah.
Selection of DVDs, man. Like too many to. I'm trying to focus a little more on listing that kind of stuff in my CDs and stuff. And
yeah, I pick up CDs every now and then, but not too much. Well, guys, we have a few. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say I had a couple of big sales this week, though. We sold a couple of softball bats for quite a bit. One of them for $200, and
oh wow,
the other one for about $170. So that was pretty good.
Wow, that's really good.
Used.
Yeah. See, I know nothing about that. Every time we got like tennis rackets or baseball bats or golf clubs, there was something wrong. I did a golf club that it was like a left-handed one, and I didn't realize because I just didn't know much. I was like, well, I'm going to try to jump in this golf club thing.
And you listed it as right-handed?
Yeah. So,
yeah. Dude, I mean, there's a lot of money in golf clubs, man. I mean, a lot.
I just don't know anything about it.
Yeah, that's kind of tough. Got to watch the videos, man.
You know what a Wrangler bush popper is?
Tell
me what that is, Grease Monkey.
Bush popper.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
Well, guys, as people are starting to come in, and we'll go ahead and get started here. We do have two guests, one camera, two guests in the house, but they're going to come on in just a minute. As you guys know, I am a preacher, but that's not the reason I'm going to share what I'm sharing. I'm sharing because I'm a believer and I put my faith in Jesus Christ. Now, when I started doing these lives, I said, God, I want to give you glory first. And so even though this isn't technically a Christian channel, I am a Christian, so it just exudes out of everything, I do. It's what I talk about. And what matters most to me is that people come to salvation, have eternal life. And what we believe that how man gets eternal life is we've all sinned. We've all come short of the glory of God. We've all failed. However, if we put our faith and trust in Jesus Christ, the Bible says all who call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. I don't believe it's from doing good works. Many religions will, even in Christianity, a lot of people say it's about work until the day you die. We do believe in works. I don't believe that's what saves you, because none of us could do enough. None of us could compare to the holiness of God. But if we put our faith and trust in what he did on the cross, his sacrifice for us, we can be saved. We can have eternal life, and he will make us new and change the desires of our hearts. And then we would live a life as disciples pleasing to him. But if you do have any questions, some of you already know, you can reach out to me, Instagram. You can reach out to Steve. He's that flipper dude. You can send me an email. It's everything is the same. thepickinpreacher@gmail.com. If you are a Christian, you're struggling with sin, struggling with your faith. I just say lean back to the cross, lean back to what Christ did for you, and because the law works up sin. So if you look to the grace of God, he will help you overcome sins. In fact, the Bible says, when my heart may condemn me, but God is faithful. And so we know that God will be faithful, and we just trust in him and lean on his promises. So amen. But we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into this show where we have Dirt Road Games on. I'm about to put them on stage, and I actually just met them officially at Game Jam South, which was Bits, and now it's Game Jam South again. It stopped for a little bit. They changed it back to Game Jam South. But I've been talking to him for about a year now, maybe. He does have a few videos on YouTube, but he's they're great dudes. Father-son duo. I won't say too much. I'll let them say who they are. I want them to put out more YouTube videos, though, just like I tell Steve, put out some YouTube videos. But without further ado, I'll let them introduce themselves. But we have, if I can get my mouse to work, it's spazzing out on me. We have Dirt Road Games. So,
what's up, guys?
Hey, right on.
How's everyone doing today?
Good. Well, hey, man, what we're going to do is I'm going to put you front and center. So if you guys can just tell us a little bit about Dirt Road Games, how you got started, where you're from, who you are. I didn't introduce you. I was going to let you, if you feel comfortable telling your names. And
that's
all that.
Fine.
If you don't, you can just call yourself Dirt Road Games. But I always let the guests do that. But here
that's
we go,
fine.
right here. You got front and center. The mic is yours.
Wow, we look big now. My name is Keith Dalton. I just wanted y'all to know. I'm just kidding. So my name is Daniel. This is my son Levi, and we are together at Dirt Road Games. Years ago, it was me, Levi, and my middle child Jackson. But he says, I don't want to do this. I would just want to play games. I don't want to sell games. So he kind of moved out of the business, and now me and Levi are kind of doing it together, co-owners. He just graduated recently, so he's finally out of school. So the name Dirt Road Games, I don't remember exactly how long ago that started, but we do live on a dirt road. We're in Alabama, East Alabama. If you were to drop a pin halfway between Birmingham and Atlanta, that's basically where we're at. And we're almost on the Georgia line. So East Central Alabama. We've been selling on eBay for about 12 years. We didn't do a lot of stuff 12 years ago, but we really ramped it up the last 5. And I would think the Dirt Road Games name probably came about 5 or 6 years ago, maybe something like that. So I mean, we're on a dirt road. We're in Alabama, so the name fit. We liked it, but then everybody makes fun of us because we sell more than just games. So we thought about calling it Dirt Road Games and Things, but it doesn't have a nice ring to it. But yeah, that's kind of how we got started. Our very first convention, as a matter of fact, and I don't want to answer too much for one question in case you have
you're
more.
Good, man. Go ahead.
Our very first convention was actually Game Jam South, like 2 years ago. We didn't make it last year, but we were there in 2022. First time we'd ever been to a convention, and we actually set up as a vendor. So that was quite an experience. Loved it so much that we've done a few conventions since then, and we made it back to Game Jam this year as well, where we got to meet you. So we've had a really good time with Game Jam South, Siege. There's a lot of different ones that we've made it to. So, you want to add anything to some of that?
I'm good.
Well, cool. I like that name though, because dirt is something about dirt road. Just a dirt road. It feels familiar, and
there you go.
I like that. So that's good.
Well, what I try to tell everybody, like Retro Kart Collector, he's from Canada, so he gets a lot of snow up there, and every time he posts something, there he is. I tell him that I was like, hey, man, there's dirt road up under that snow, so that's just a white dirt road. That's all that is.
That's all it is. That's all it is. Right on. Limestone Picker said that was my same experience at Game Jam South this year. Loved it. It must have been something you said. I'm trying to remember. Meeting people and stuff.
His first convention was Game Jam South, and our first convention was Game Jam South, just 2 years apart. Yeah. But very similar experience. And I've been chatting with him for a little while. We kind of hit it off on the Instagrammy, I guess you would say. And then we've been chatting. I really like the fact that he's just collecting all these Adam Sandler movies and stuff.
He's got a stack of Click.
Yeah, yes. So we had it's not rare. It's not really worth that much on eBay or anything, but it was the Water Boy, but it was a rental copy from like a Hollywood Video.
Oh,
so
nice.
I figured he would like that. So we kind of gifted that to him while we were at Game Jam, just kind of to break him in right, I guess. The Southern hospitality.
Well, right on. Well, see, I had just found out about him because of Brandon, Arkansas Picker.
Gotcha.
He was talking, I watched his video from Game Jam South this year. And what was that? Well, that was today, right? Was that today it went?
I haven't seen it yet, so I'm not sure. I did see him drop it. I haven't seen it though.
So, well, I went. So I haven't seen much, so I didn't notice that. But that makes sense because he was picking up when I went to Limestone Picker's video. He was picking up what's that Christmas special cartoon Adam Sandler movie?
8 Crazy Nights.
Yeah. 8 Crazy Nights. I saw him get that. So, okay, well, cool. Okay, well, that makes more sense.
And I saw Limestone Picker had posted a pickup or something, and I recognized the location because I had actually been there before. So I said, hey, did you go? Is that the Unclaimed Baggage in North Alabama? He said, yeah, it is. So that's how I found out that he's actually from Alabama as well. So.
Oh, okay. Well, see, for some reason I was thinking that but you're on the state line pretty much. You're close to Georgia. For some reason I was thinking you were in Georgia.
No, we're not. We're really close, but I worked in Georgia for like 21 years, so I would drive across the border, as they say.
Okay. So. Well, there you go. Well, cool. Yeah, so I went to Game Jam South this year, and it was a lot of fun. So, unfortunately, I didn't get to talk to you and some other people that much. So, the guy that was my ride, he was he didn't really want me leaving the booth too much, so.
Gotcha.
He didn't really want to go out too much. So I was like, hey, I'm at the mercy of him because my van with the air conditioner just busted. So I was at his mercy. Yeah. So I was not driving that all weekend for that long. So
funny story. Our air went out in my wife's car the day before. Or actually the morning. The morning of, we went up on Friday night, and so me and Levi went all the way to Huntsville stayed with a friend of ours, windows down until it rained. We had no air on Friday and Saturday, so it was rough.
Buddy. Yeah, buddy. Steve, you ever have to deal with that?
Yeah, a few times.
It's no fun, man. No fun. Yeah, let me know in the chat if you guys ever have car issues with air, because it is not fun.
No,
not
not
fun at all. So that I'll actually, because of something you said. So Steve is more of a everything reseller, right? So he sells all sorts of stuff. I also sell all sorts of stuff, but my focus is video games. Video games and I didn't say shout out to Kirk. What's up, Rushmore Show? How's it going, man? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it, man. You'll be at Siege, right? I think he'll be at Siege. Have you met the Rushmore Show, Kirk and Andy?
That name sounds familiar, but I would have to, I think I follow them on Instagram, but I don't know if I've met them before.
They do like a church service. They'll go to game conventions and they'll do like a church service related to the theme and
gotcha.
I mean, that's not all it is, but yeah.
Awesome.
Well, what's up, Rad Bash? How's it going, man? Thanks for coming on. Well, one of the questions that actually that was going to be one of the questions later, but I'll go ahead and ask it. Everything reseller, but it's mostly video games for me. I do sell a lot of clothes, especially this time of year. We sell a lot of clothes. But when you say you sell more than video games, do you mean more items like video game related, or do you sell all sorts of stuff as well?
We sell pretty much anything we can get our hands on.
Yeah.
There are certain things that we don't prefer to sell. I mean, I'm not running out trying to resell Playboy magazines and stuff like that. You know,
exactly. Yeah.
Some people do, but that's their thing. We stay away from that stuff.
Yeah,
but as far as video games is our main focus, because we really enjoy. We don't just resell. We are scumbag resellers, but we collect games as well. So
that answers another question.
Heck, and Steve's gonna get onto us and stuff if he finds out that the little margins that we're having to pay are the great margins that we're making on these items. But anyway, so
he might now.
So basically, we sell a lot of media as well, which really does good for us. I had to get Levi on board there for a while.
I wasn't on board with branching out from video games to start.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
He's comfortable with that. But when I started, I was following people that were doing the VHS, which VHS spiked, and it was really, really, really popular, and stuff was really high, but it's come back down. But you can still find some good stuff in that. So we've been selling a lot of Blu-rays, DVDs, VHS, cassette tapes, CDs, 8-tracks, and vinyl records. We sold one of our best vinyl record sales was the other day on eBay. You might have saw it at Game Jam. We brought Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, yeah.
It sold on eBay for $80 the other day.
Wow.
So that was a really
great
good sell
album
for us, but we got it for dirt cheap. So
that's
we are
awesome.
Dirt Road Games, so we try to get
dirt
stuff
road, dirt cheap. That's Look, I'm all about it, man.
We sell a little bit of everything. I mean, we've sold clothes, we've sold toys.
Basically, what you're saying is you won't sell any. Oh, I'm sorry, Levi. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was done. I was fine. I was actually done.
Well, what did you say? Because I've started blabbing.
Well, I said we sell all kind of stuff like that, like toys. We sell like a lot of vintage ones too. We like to get like GI Joes or Turtles, or stuff like that. He-Man, stuff like that we know a lot about.
Yeah, that's definitely GI Joe, especially the '80s stuff. I always try to find that. A little bit of the '90s. I don't know too much about the older stuff, the taller ones and all that. I don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah.
We like the little 3.5 inch or whatever they're called or something.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's same thing here. Yeah, basically what you're saying is you sell pretty much anything as long as it doesn't like kind of mess with your conscience or your moral.
Yes.
Stance. That's the same way I am.
Yes.
And even over time, like when I started branching out and playing more so selling it first, and then we started playing them again, and I was really nervous about something. I was like super, super picky. which makes sense. But even some things like there's some games I just can't sell if I know really what the content is. Sometimes I just don't want to know.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Because once I find out the content, I'm like, oh man. Because as you know, it's just it comes back on me on so many levels, and then I just feel a little awkward selling some things. But
I ran into that this weekend.
Oh yeah,
on an auction. Yeah, some Switch games, and one of them was about a missing demon or something. One of the games, and I'm like, wow, man.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll pass.
Yeah, I know I got some of those. I had bought some lots of PS Vita games. And some of them were like, oh, can you hear me?
We're good.
Hopefully that didn't blow y'all's ears up. My notifications were still on. So
no, we didn't hear it at all.
Oh, okay.
I
went ahead and turned them off. Sorry about that.
Let me hit the chat up a little bit here. AC, I don't know if you know Rare and Classic Games in Houston. He's also got a channel. Go check him out. Just saw him. At Retropalooza, which was when was that, Steve? 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Or 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weekends.
2 weekends ago. Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, man. Let's see. My '89 Chevy Celebrity AC just went out, and he was who I was calling to ask advice because he's a mechanic, and so I was calling him, and he was like, "We're gonna try to meet up, but it just didn't work out." So now his AC goes out.
Wow.
So let's see. Heck, Steve is the boogeyman for resellers. Will, does he know about you yet? Will doesn't want people to know his little secret. No, I'm just messing with you, Will. Will said he dabbles in the scumminess of reselling. So,
yeah.
Hey, Brad Bash said he didn't hear anything either.
There you go.
That's good.
Sega Steve is Rushmore Show's 1K IG follower. Well, there you go. What's up? Right on. He says, "Shh, I'm undercover." Yeah, I won't tell your secret to all of the 16 people that are watching right now. They're gonna go back to the Discord and be like, "Yeah, did you know? Dirt Road Games fan club is listening. That's Mag Plays.
Mag Plays is a really good friend of ours. We go to church with her. Her and Levi graduated together, so
oh, okay. Well,
really
that's
good
awesome.
friend of ours.
Well, thanks for coming in. That's cool.
Thanks, Mag. Thanks for coming in.
Guess who this is?
Oh, Retro Gaming Pandemic. Jared, how's it going, my buddy?
No, do you see what he said?
Yes. I figured Eric wouldn't come in here because he's still butthurt about not having his own show. He's been crying. He's been whining. I need a rag. Here.
I got it.
Jerry. Here you go. Here's a tissue.
Good stuff. He actually has his own show, but he wanted it earlier, I think.
Gotcha.
So he said I came in here to troll. Well,
hey Keith.
Yeah.
I was saying earlier, Levi's got the right outfit on for the
That's
show.
right.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely.
Gotta wear the bell in my hat too.
Got my letter opener right here.
Oh, nice.
I raised him right, I guess.
Have you played all the new ones? Tears of the Kingdom.
I haven't, but he has.
I played Tears of the Kingdom. I got the collector's edition at Target.
Nice.
They happened to have some. I thought I was not gonna be able to get it, but we were able to get it. But I gotta be honest, I was pretty disappointed in Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh no, are you serious?
I was pretty disappointed. I feel like, to me personally, I feel like it is. I wasn't as excited because the world is pretty much almost the same. There's not much that's changed. So the whole excitingness of exploring the world, a new Zelda world, it wasn't there. And it's just really hard for me to do it when it feels like I've been there and done that already.
I can see what you're saying. I haven't played very far, but I've watched my kids. We streamed it for like a few days, and I just enjoyed the concept of it. But yeah, I think though, Breath of the Wild, just because I've played it so much more. But my kids swear by Tears of the Kingdom.
Really?
Yeah.
But I wanted to say this, and I know this isn't on, like, it's not exactly one of the questions, but I was so glad, just to let you guys know, I was so glad that I met you guys for multiple reasons.
Awesome.
When I met you, you know, like I said, I won't get too deep into this, and I know you guys said you're okay talking about some of this. You know, we have some similar. Where did Steve go?
He gone.
He got. Oh man, he left. He said
He left before you got into it.
he might have had to go step away, but he's like, I don't want to get caught up in this. Getting to meet you guys, because I know similar, maybe not exactly, because I know you have some like you're part of an IFB church, right?
Do what now?
You're at an IFB church, right?
We're Independent Fundamental Baptist.
Yeah, IFB, yeah.
IFB,
So,
okay.
yeah, so I know, like, so for me, like, a lot of people in the circle, like, and it wasn't just some of the fundamental Baptists, it was some of the fundamental, like, independent Wesleyans, and we're friends with a lot of people similar in, like, different standards and stuff. But anyways, video games was very weird that I was like, people did not understand that. So meeting you guys and knowing you did that, I also met another independent Baptist pastor that he sold a lot of stuff to me. Awesome. And so it was just really cool. So it's just reassuring, you know.
There you go.
So I was really glad when I met you guys. So
we've really enjoyed meeting you as well. I've been telling my son about it ever since we started chatting on Instagram. I was like, we gotta go to Mississippi one day or something. We gotta meet this guy.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I'm glad we finally got to actually meet. So
maybe next time we can hang out a little bit more. So
absolutely. Well, are you going to Siege, right?
It's up in the air right now. We were supposed to go to the beach that week, the week of the 4th. So in order to pull that off, we would have to come back early. But now it's kind of up in the air. If we can get back in time, but then I don't know if our beach trip may get rescheduled. There's a lot going on right now. So
okay,
not sure. But we did go to Siege last year, but not 100% sure we can make it this time. So
well, if you're there, my wife will be there with me. So
awesome.
What is this? Just like Macho Man said to Mean Gene, "Here you go, Mean Gene." Oh, here's a crying.
Yeah.
No, I can't support this, Steve. I'm sorry. He said everything Zelda after Legend of Zelda on the NES has been worse and worse.
That's terrible, Steve.
That's terrible. Wait a minute. Super Nintendo, Link to the Past. Let's say everything after that it started going down here. But
I still,
I got it's bad, y'all.
I do like Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time, but my favorite is the Super Nintendo, Link to the Past.
Yeah, well, that one was very, very good.
I think Ocarina of Time is probably number one on the list.
That's understandable right there.
Hey,
it's a good
I don't know if you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I love them all, though, man. I can't say.
I do too. I do.
Yeah, no, I think they're all great, and I haven't played them all because there's so
I
many
haven't either.
Ones. And a lot of Game Boy ones and DS ones. It makes sense. Retro said, "I don't know if she's talking. Are you talking to me or are you talking to Daniel and Levi? Probably both. All of us. Steve,
MXS Retro. What is going on? We met her at Siege. Her and her husband at Siege last year.
Okay, yeah. See, I'm excited about meeting them. So, because we both have a background of liking Blindside. There was an old band that I used to listen to called Blindside.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, me and my wife will be there. Me and my wife will be there. So,
I got a quick question for you. Can you hear the kitten in the background?
I hear something. I don't hear the kitten. Is it meowing?
This is my daughter's kitten. I may have to go get her out. She woke up and then she wants to get out. So hang on one second.
I'm not hearing that. So
no, I don't hear that.
Now it's just me, y'all. It's just me.
Well, okay. You know what? While he's gone, I'll ask you the question.
All right.
So I don't know if he showed you all the questions, but I was going to ask him the same thing, but I'll ask you, being a father-son duo, how's that? What's that like? Like, what's the dynamic there? Was it just super cool, or was it there obviously like what's that like for you as the son? What's that been like?
I would
Hunting
say
stuff and reselling stuff.
I would say it's a lot funner to me. It's a lot different than I guess just being friends doing a business. It's
Yeah.
father and son. We spent our whole lives together, hanging out, doing this reselling thing. So it's really just us getting to spend time together. And there's no one else I'd rather be spending time getting stuff to resell than with my dad.
That's awesome, man.
That makes
That
me
must
feel
be
good, Levi.
I'm
Look,
not
one
crying,
thing I
you're
will
crying.
say, Levi's been helping me with the eBay business for, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 years, maybe longer.
At least a good chunk of it, yeah.
Wow. See,
But,
that's really
so I've trained him basically. So like if I go on vacation or I have to go out of town on business, then he can keep the store going. He can do everything from start to finish and doesn't
that's
need my
awesome.
assistance. He's been able to do that for years now. So, and
Man, that's awesome. Just get your son to make money for you.
yep, there you go.
That's why you have kids, right? No, I'm
Yes, put him on.
So who had
Go
to
cut that grass.
Cut the grass.
who had to teach who which games were better? Like who knows more about games?
Okay, so
Sort of both of us.
I'm an old school gamer. Like, I really peaked out at the Nintendo 64. I'll play some GameCube and stuff, but I really prefer the NES, Super NES, and 64, all the cartridge style. But Lily, we just
So
got
cute.
her a few days ago, and she is really needy, by the way. So,
Yeah. And look, we
super
know.
cute cat. Look, this is Lily, everyone.
Oh, how cute.
So
We know-
I try to when my kids were little, and this I don't know if you were going to ask this, but so the collection that I had when I was a kid and a teenager, I sold all that off when I first got married because we needed the space and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I didn't think my kids would even like that. And I got some of it back when they were really little. So then they didn't like it. They wanted the newer stuff. So I got rid of that.
Yeah.
And then, but now Levi's come to like the older stuff as well. I mean, his favorite
more than I guess GameCube is technically old. GameCube and 64 is my era. I love those two consoles.
I like NES and Super NES the best. Those are my two favorite. And then, but I'm not really an Xbox person or a PlayStation person. I'm Nintendo. So I will play the other stuff, but I prefer Nintendo, not just because of the resale value. I know Nintendo holds value better, but that's just what I grew up playing, and that's what I prefer. So
well, there's a lot of variety, and it's also Nintendo is really good with family too. You could play it with
exactly.
So, I was never an Xbox fan. Z Square Gaming said you're slacking with your kids making money for you, Keith. Right? He could be running a child labor sweatshop in banking. I mean, I got 6 kids. I guess I could. No, my son has. He helped me a lot with landscaping, and then he helped me. Him and Abigail, my oldest daughter, they helped some with reselling. It's just not their thing, so we just don't put them into it. They're not really into it. Now collecting. He just gave me a thumbs up. Loves collecting. In fact, he's been playing the Sega Saturn, and he's been playing Albert Odyssey on the Sega Saturn. So, so they Abigail isn't so much into retro stuff. My son Ezekiel, he loves 64 and the Sega Genesis.
Awesome.
But and they like all kinds of. We play. You remember Secret of Mana?
Yes.
So we played my oldest two. We played that through. I actually picked that up at Game Jam South, which was really cool.
I saw some of your posts about that. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I was really happy about getting that. Let's see. Rushmore Show said, I'm here for long games for sure. RPG fan. Yes, sir. RPG. Yeah, awesome. Siege is going to be so awesome. That's going to be, there's supposed to be a lot of people there, so I'm excited to meet a lot of people.
But I got one question about the RPG reference. So is Zelda an RPG?
Well, Rushmore might argue, but I would say yes. I say it's an action RPG or even adventure RPG, action adventure RPG.
Yeah.
Especially I mean, especially in my opinion, especially a lot of the newer ones, because there's so much in-depth story to it.
Yep.
Well, is their argument that you don't actually get to choose your character? Is that the argument?
Oh, yeah, maybe so. I can't remember what the argument is. I think they said it was more of an action adventure. I don't know. My Retro Life did a episode on that.
I think it's an RPG too, myself.
Super Retro Force, he's right. Zelda is very much an RPG. I agree. So
I agree.
You're gonna have to deal. He said elements for sure. No, I think he succumbed to that. It's an RPG. Hey, by the way, are you gonna be? Because I was thinking you're somewhere up north. I could be wrong, Rad Bash. But are you gonna be at any conventions anytime soon that you know of? I can't remember exactly where you're located, but
so I went and looked at a house this weekend.
Yeah,
and I'm walking down the hall, and I turn to go into one of the bedrooms, and there's a huge Hyrule shield on the wall.
Nice.
Like, yeah!
I'm buying it. Nice.
It was awesome, man.
Well, let me ask you this. I know we've just been kind of chatting, but you buy and sell all sorts of stuff. But video games is kind of the place where you kind of niche with people. You end up connecting with people.
Yes.
It's it's kind of the fun thing. But what is your what would be your favorite or most profitable way to source, or even just for fun? Like what would you? What's your
the most fun is like when me and the whole family, which it's me, my wife, and we have 3 kids. Levi, of course, being the oldest, but 2 boys in it. My youngest is my daughter Olivia, and but we call it junking. If we get together, like when people go thrifting, we call it we're going junking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's happened a couple of times before. My wife will be like, "What do you want to do for your birthday?" And we might not go off on a trip, and we'll just spend the whole Saturday just going to thrift stores and pawn shops or yard sales. Whatever we can run into, we'll just start in one direction. Don't even know where we're going to stop. It's like, hey, let's stop there. Let's stop here.
That's awesome.
So
that's cool.
To me, the thrill of the hunt and just spending it with your family is, that's hard to replace. That's hard to beat. When we go to the beach, we went to the beach one year, and on the way back from the beach, we stopped and we spent almost the whole day just stopping at thrift stores on the way home, and we picked up some really cool stuff. So
that's cool.
To me, that's the most fun way to source.
Yeah.
Not always the most profitable, because you're going to these areas that are already, people have already, just about every area you can go to, there's someone there that's already sourcing that area. And you have to catch them on their off days.
That's
so
exactly.
That's usually how it is. There's so much competition. And if you go somewhere and you start asking around, and then you find out the workers there are also doing the same thing as you, then you're like, well, they're already picking through this stuff before it gets out on the shelf.
That's right. Yeah. Workers do it all the time.
I would say that's one of the most fun ways to do it is just, and we'll also, like, I don't know if y'all ever do the world's longest yard sale, or it's also called the Highway 127
I haven't
yard
been
sale.
to that one, but I know about it. Yeah.
So it starts in Gadsden, Alabama, which is an hour and 15 minutes north of us. And we've been doing that for the last 8 or 10 years. We'll go and start there. There's a couple of years that we missed because of other engagements, but we'll just go. And one year we went almost to the Tennessee line, and there's yard sales galore.
Yeah, I heard it's really good.
It's fun. That's one of our favorite events to do every year. So
how's the competition though?
There's a lot of competition.
I know a lot of YouTubers do
There
it.
are, and I know Retro Wolf is up in Tennessee, and then we split up. It was me and Levi and our buddy Drew and our buddy Brandon, and we kind of split up. We were in 2 different cars, and they got ahead of us. And they bumped into the flipping accountant. He was on the same little track that we were on and stuff.
Oh, wow.
But there's a lot of competition, but there's so much stuff, honestly, that one person or one team it's impossible for them to look at everything. So
exactly,
they were going on ahead of us, and we were coming behind them, and I would be like sending pictures like, how did y'all miss this? And then our different videos, you just got to be nice to people. So our buddy Drew was trying to buy 4 games from this lady She had some old Sega Genesis games still in the cardboard boxes, and she had a box full. It had DVDs and games and all of that. He tried to buy 4 games from her, and she wanted like $30 for 4 games, and he decided not to get them.
Yeah.
Well, we came along, and it's later in the day, of course, probably 2 hours behind them, and we were just cutting up, just making jokes, having a good time.
Yep.
And I don't know if our personality or just the amount of time we spent just talking to them eased up the tension a little bit, and then we ended up getting the entire table for $40.
Wow.
Yeah, so we brought it home, and he says, I tried to buy those 4 games for just 30. She said 30. I was like, well, I'll sell them to you for 30 if you want them. But
yeah,
we rubbed it in pretty good, so we had a good time with that.
So that's smart. So relations is very, very, very smart. And a few things with that. I have also found that which I know you know this, is like when you meet people and you pay up and you know they have more or they regularly get stuff, you get deals down the road. And then sometimes they'll just straight up say, I trust you. I want you to make your margins. Just don't screw me, you know.
That's
and
exactly
so
right.
They'll and it's you know, something I do on like Facebook a lot is people will have their games for, you know, I don't knock it. They're wanting the same price I would want, right? I mean, I think there's nothing wrong with that. But I'll go and I'll message them. I was like, man, you got some good stuff. And, you know, I'll just tell them, I'll say, hey, look, I'm not trying to push you on a low amount. I say, here's the percentage I'm able to pay. Here's why.
Exactly.
I said, you know, and I'll tell them, and I'll say, you know, and I'll say, I don't, you know, I understand. I know, you know, the value of it. I'm just letting you know if you can't sell the stuff, let me know. And if you know, if you're just wanting to move it or want cash, I can give you this.
Exactly.
And then we start talking, and then I show them my collection. They show me their collection. I show them my YouTube, and then they're like, oh man, that's cool. And then they'll be like, you know what? I think I will work that out. And they'll say, can you just, if I need another buy, will you buy for me again? And I say, absolutely no. If you'll hook me up, I'll keep buying stuff. It's like, that's what I want. You know? So
that's
you're
exactly the way it is. So a good point that you made there. It's all about relationships, and then it's almost like there's an invisible barrier there, and people they're holding a grudge, even though they don't know you yet. People will put up a wall and they will block you out of the deals, but yet their friend over here, they would give a really good deal to, but you're an outsider. But just by becoming a friend, and it's not that you're becoming a friend to take advantage of them, you actually think they're pretty cool and y'all like some of the same things. And so it just kind of works. And then I've met people that were way overpriced on their items. Let's say if they had $200 worth of value, but they wanted $500. I'm not going to insult them and say, hey, it's only worth this. I'll give you this. You're wasting your time if you're trying to do that. But if they come to know you, that same deal 2 weeks down the road, they might sell it to you for $100, and that's happened to us. So
that same here. And so it's really good. And that definitely, I never go, hey, I'm always like, hey, I totally understand where you're coming from. You know, I say, if you decide to, if you can't get what you're wanting, just let me know. And if I can't pay what you need, I totally understand. But I would like to see more stuff you have, and you know, maybe if you want to trade down the road, you know, I like. Here's what I'm looking for.
Exactly.
You got a question here, and then we didn't get into all the questions, which I kind of figured that would happen. But Sega Steve asked, Dirt Road, have you ever found, or have you any of you, you know, have y'all ever found a game together, maybe at a thrift store or garage sale or wherever, and both of y'all argue over wanting to keep it versus selling it?
Yeah, this kind of happens all the time because it's one of those things which y'all run into the same situation as us. So like back to us, like we buy and sell all sorts of items. But when it comes to video games, and this is our philosophy, we love to buy a lot. So now our favorite way to source was with family and friends, and but our favorite way to buy, and we don't have a lot of money to throw around, but when the deals come up, you have to pay up and then go ahead and get your money back as quick as possible. But we buy an entire lot,
Mhm.
And then and we pick out stuff that we want for our collections. I pick out stuff. Levi, my son Jackson. Sometimes my daughter wants certain games and stuff. My wife could care less.
Yeah.
But she's like, "What do y'all see in those games?" But anyway, so but we try to figure out, and like it depends on how much what kind of margin. But then here we run into an issue. So if you get something and you have to pay up for, let's say you're paying 60% or 65% of prop starting.
Yeah.
Well, then you've got to sell a lot of that collection. You don't get to keep very many items.
Absolutely.
But on the other hand, if you get it for 20% of prop starting, well, then you're like, I got this so cheap, I can keep this for the collection. But then you're like, but I can make the greatest margin at this point. So,
like a great example is a lot we recently got that it had a lot of really good like N64 and Game Gear. And we got really good margins on it. And one game in there that I really want to keep is Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh, yeah. That's good money right there.
Games. I want the full set.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big one to knock off the list.
Yeah.
So with the margins we got it for, I'll probably be the only thing I keep. But we pretty much got everything else really good.
He could keep Conkers and it basically be free to add to his collection.
Exactly.
And then we could sell the rest of it. But like he's saying, he's trying to go for the full set. Like, how many games do you have now?
I have between like 80 or 90. I'm not.
Oh, wow.
Sure.
He's about a third of the way there. So
that's good, man.
But now here's a heartbreaking story for you. So a good friend of ours, him and his nephew came and did some work for our house. Like they did some redid some floors and different things around the house, and stuff that I probably could have done. I just didn't have time with working all the time. So they cut us a good deal on it. And that's when Levi and Jackson, they were really little at the time. So they would see them playing video games. It's like, what kind of games do y'all like? And then they would say, just any kind of game. So he's like, I've got a bag full of games at the house. I'll bring them over. And then he brought them, and Conkers was in that bag.
Oh, wow.
Okay, but this was years ago. This was probably 10, 11 years ago. So we were like, well, what do you want for all this stuff? He said, you can have it. It's been in the garage for years. So, but I'd never played Conkers. I didn't play it back when I was a teenager. I'd never really heard of it. I didn't play a lot of 64 games. I kind of phased out at the Super Nintendo, but I did play 64. But I didn't know what Conkers was. And so Levi was like, he was probably 5 or 6 at the time. So I'm like, this game is rated M for mature. We can't keep this.
Yeah.
So then I never knew the value of games because nothing, I mean, this was before stuff started spiking. So we took it to a local game store and they gave us like $2 for it.
Oh.
And yes, Conkers for $2. And so a few years later, I was at a video game store and I was trying to buy Turtles in Time so that Levi could play it. And I was like, why is this game $38? And they was like, it's expensive. And I said, why is Conkers $70? And this was back in the day. And they said, it's worth that much. And we never got that copy back. But now he's got a copy he could replace that one with. But $2, man, come on. That hurts my feelings.
Yeah. But hey, good for them, right?
Yes. Yes.
So that goes into the next question Steve asked me. He said, do you introduce yourself as a filthy reseller when lowballing these poor sets?
Absolutely. Wow. Absolutely. I said, how y'all doing today? How y'all doing today? I'm a filthy scumbag reseller. Sell me your games.
For cheap. I'm not paying more. No, it's like Gary B. Gary B. says, they wanted $3. They didn't get it.
They didn't get
it. They ain't getting it.
That's terrible. That is terrible.
So let me say, because we were making jokes. Sometimes I think I pay probably. It's funny because some people will complain that it's not enough, but like I'm almost always 50 to 65%, like always. And then even some things I've even gone to like which selling online, you're already cutting out 15%.
Yes, at least 15.
That's right. And then you're on top of that, you make offers because you're just trying to move stuff and get cash flow.
Yeah.
So I've had to be a lot more disciplined because I used to do like almost everything, like 50%, as long as it was in decent condition.
That's
but
really tough.
Yeah, I changed that because you can't, because especially when you're like below $20 items because of shipping, and then so I changed that big time, and like, you know, like for example, this lot I just bought at the convention, man, it was a whole bunch of little $10 games, and I was like, well, I don't mind paying $1 for a game, so I was like, look, I can pay you $1 for all these games, you know, not only $1, but $1 a piece.
Yes.
And inside of one of them was it was a Star Wars Frontline. It was something on the PSP, but I didn't look. I just looked to make sure it was in there, right? And I was like, oh, I'll pay you $1 for it, because I just want inventory, you know, because I'm selling the cheap stuff over and over. Well, I got home today, and I was cleaning everything up and checking, see what needs to be resurfaced, see what doesn't. And there was Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars inside of the and that's like a $35 game.
That's a good one.
Just the disc. And so I was like, I was really excited about it, because I was like, man, I paid $1 for this. Now, see, if I would have been there at the moment and I saw that, because people are asking me, well, what is the fair value for this? So, you know, I obviously wouldn't have paid $1, but I really, I felt I was like, wow, because I actually, you know, I'm not just getting stuff just to, you know, get a few bucks, get some spare change. And the guy was just wanting to get rid of it. But then the other guy got a whole bunch of stuff, and I paid 60. Some stuff was like Pokemon. I paid like 65% and then 60%. And funny thing, here's what's funny about it. He was talking about the games, and I said, yeah, I have a YouTube. And he's like, oh, what's your channel? And I said, The Pickin' Preacher. And his eyes got real big, and he goes, I found out about you. And listen to how he found out about me. He said, I found out about you from Heckin' Steve's channel.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And so what's funny is that, you know, even though, you know, we disagree on all, I'm actually friends with the guy, even though I highly disagree with him on how he does this. But it's but as I just know him personally. And I was like, oh, you found out from him? And he goes, yeah, he was talking good about you. And I was like, oh, okay, well, there you go. And he said, well, you're awesome. Not, you know, he said, you're not like other resellers. And I said, okay, let me just stop for a second. I have gained favor with a group of people, but I also, if I find something cheap, I buy it cheap, and if it sells high, I sell it high. I have stuff listed higher than price starting. You know, and so I said, look, I am trying to maximize profit. I will try to, I'll be fair. I said, but I'm honestly, from a lot of the guys that people don't like, I am the exact same. In fact, some of them will pay more than me. And so, you know, I think though, you know, like you said, some people may not like this person, but the way you communicate with people, you can gain favor with
and that goes back to the whole thing with the relationships, with meeting people and that stuff. So if someone values you a certain way, they say, well, he's just a scumbag reseller. But once you become friends with that person, you can be doing the exact same thing you were doing before, and now they look at you differently.
That's right. I know.
It's a matter of opinion. So I'm not trying to change anybody's opinion or mine about anything. We're just straight up. If you ask me, am I going to resell some of this stuff? I'm going to be honest, say, yep, probably going to sell about 70% of it.
I'm the same way.
The collection. So I'm the same way. I don't have anything to hide. But then some people, they see you looking up on your phone as, oh, you were one of those resellers. Well, yeah, I'm trying to flip stuff to keep my eBay store going.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it is what it is. But
honesty
the whole
is
thing
key.
with,
that's right, Zach.
The whole thing with buying the stuff at 50 to 60%, it depends. The higher the value of the item, that's easier to do. But the lower stuff, like you said, we try to get it as cheap as possible, because let's all face it. If it says $10 on price charting, you're probably not getting $10 for it on eBay. You're probably going to get more like 6 or 7.
Absolutely, because of shipping and fees. Yeah, because usually if it says 10 to 15, they're counting for free shipping listings.
That's what Leo said.
I noticed that a lot recently. Price charting has got real bad at having those sort of prices, and so you just have to some of them is that with shipping, and then some of them's not, and you just have to be extra careful with those.
You have to look it up to know for sure.
Right. And That's why I always compare to. Well, hey, let's. We've just been chatting. I
No,
know
you're
some people
good.
want to see if I've lost my 5-pound goal today. So
Let's
I
do
don't
it.
know if you know about Sega Slim Down, but I'm gonna
Yes,
have to
sir.
take off with Mike. You're gonna be the only one they can hear, but I have to connect. Let me connect to this on my phone, and my wife is going to film my feet. That sounds. She's not just filming my feet for the fun
Did you
of it.
wash your feet
That's weird.
first?
I did actually.
Okay.
I took a shower today. So.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna sign on. Didn't I send you the link here? Hold up. I gotta find the link on here. There it is. Okay. I'm about to sign in on my phone, and we're gonna see. I think I did good this week.
Awesome.
So we're about to see. Oh, here's did Steve. Here he is. There he is. There he is.
I've got that's twice tonight, man. I'm in rare form.
Uh-oh.
All right. Let me pull this up, and then we're gonna sign on, and then we'll go into the games. We've been just kind of we won't do all the questions, guys. Is that okay?
That's fine.
good with
That's
that?
totally
Okay.
fine.
All right. So I'm about to enter in here. Let me turn down the volume so I don't.
I've probably
Get too
been
loud.
doing way too much talking anyway. So
No, you're good, man. That's what we like. We like to chat.
Talking is good.
Let's see. All right. Sorry, I'm almost here. Let's see. Is it on here yet? All right, here we go. Here we go. Where am I at? I don't see me. Let's see. Oh,
technology.
yeah. Wow, that was supposed to say wait, but I typed Dwight. All right, there I am. Is that echoing? Ooh,
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
All right, that's good.
Okay, guys, we're going to direct this right here. There goes the picking preacher. He is walking over to the scale. He's stepping onto the scale.
We can't read it.
I can't see it. There's a glare.
Hey!
All right. What was the goal?
Yeah.
Let's say 303.
3030.
303.
I needed to be 305. So
Nice.
there we go.
Nice.
You can sign me off now. So there we go.
You don't have to give away a game, right?
No, that's right.
awesome.
Now I got to figure out how to get
So-
this off.
So when is the last time you saw $2.99?
Whew, man, it's been a while, man. I'm so
Dude,
excited.
You're right there, man.
I know,
Right
man.
there.
I'm not.
So close.
That's gonna motivate me to go even more.
I think
So,
I'm just as excited as you are.
I know, man. I'm excited. Thanks, guys. Hey, Pat PP Pound Drive. Yeah, Sega Slim Down. He said, "Give away that Panzer." No, sir. Give away that Panzer Dragoon Saga. Oh man. So we're almost there. So next week I should be. You know what's wild is to think that like when I go to the next convention, I might be like 20 more pounds lighter,
Yeah.
which is crazy. Thank
Wow.
you so much. Oh, Lucas, I haven't seen you in a while, man. How's it going? Well, we're gonna get into these games, guys. I don't know if you played them, but we're gonna start with. Here we go. We are starting with who's that YouTuber?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Huh.
Oh no, it didn't start right. Hold up. That's
And
not.
we just shouted out.
Here we go. Boom. Here we go.
Who's that YouTuber?
All right. So here we go. So the name of the game is it zooms out. Well, the name of the game is who's that YouTuber? Now this is mostly video game related, reselling related. It might not be reselling. It might be collecting. But I also just have some random big name YouTubers.
Okay.
You know them. You don't know them. I don't know. But we're going to. So the first to get it wins a good job from me. So
Nice.
all right.
Okay.
So if you're in the chat and you want to see it, or if you want to join in, go ahead and not Arkansas Picker, but here we go.
We just shouted out.
You just shout it out.
Is this Scott the Was?
It is. It is.
I was just saying, look like I don't
Wow,
know
that
how
was
to do it, but
quick.
I see his thumbnails all the time.
Wow, that was quick. Dirt Road
Levi's
Game.
holding out on me over here.
Man, there he is.
I was going to say like Nintendo or something.
No, it's
Oh,
Scott
that
the
was
Boss.
good.
Good job, man. That was good. All right, so
Thank you, thank you.
yay, woo! All right, good
Awesome.
job. All right, so here we go. Next one here.
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Is it real?
It is, man. He must he knows his YouTube. It is Rip, the Pixel Game Squad, and Ricky's next, but that's not who would be the one. There
Yeah.
you Oh, two for two. Is that two?
We did
2
a funny little skit with Riff at Siege like a couple of years ago. I don't know if you saw that video or not.
You did a skit with him?
We reenacted the Wayne's World. We walked up and Riff was like, "Hey, what's up, Dirt Road Games? Y'all want to hang out?" And we got there and said, "We're not worthy."
Oh, I did see that. Yeah. Wow, that's
we
awesome.
asked him if he wanted to do that. He said, "Let's do it." So we had fun with it.
Lucas, I also like cup noodles. I like noodles, period. So, all right, let's go to the next one here.
Levi's kicking my butt here.
Now, some of these aren't video game or reselling related.
Okay.
I don't
Hint,
remember
hint.
who this is. Who did you say?
I said hint, hint.
I don't remember who this is. Who is
That's the
this?
picking preacher when he was little.
That's like very young.
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast, you got it. Yep, there it is, Mr. Beast. Man, Steve, they are kicking your tail.
That one was really hard.
There it
That
is.
one was hard.
All right, here we go. All right. Next one we got coming up.
Hmm.
I had to zoom in on the nose. Just, I figured Steve would know this one. Nobody knows it.
I don't know.
Hold on.
Oh, it's Rally Roots.
Rally Roots. Do you know who Rally
Yes,
Roots is?
I do know them. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So I can't remember what their names are, but all right. So next one here. So Steve, so we got 3 and 1, I think. I think we have 2 more left. Do you guys know who this is? This is actually
his name's Ryan Trahan?
Yep, Ryan Trahan. Steve, did you know who Ryan Trahan is?
I didn't know that one.
Okay.
I don't even know who that is.
He's the one that does the penny challenges.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did the penny challenge where he was like
Yes,
flipping a
yeah.
penny. He
Well,
bought a
now he
house.
watches more YouTube than
Yeah,
the other right here.
Man, he's got them all except Rally Roots. All right, so here we go. So Levi's,
I knew Rally Roots, but I couldn't guess it.
somebody said Pat the NES Punk. Zach said no, it wasn't. All right,
What the
does
world?
anybody know who this is?
Dark beard.
Yep, very dark beard. Ryan Trahan's like a vlog YouTuber, but real funny storyteller. I like him a lot.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Steve,
That's Rick.
come
I
on,
mean,
Steve.
not Rick.
Do you guys know?
He looks
I don't
familiar.
know.
Look, hold on. Let me try to do it. They wanted $3. They didn't get it. They didn't get it. It's Gary V.
Gary V.
He's like he also does like guru motivational speeches and
Okay, I've never seen any of this stuff, but he does look familiar though.
He's kind of one of the OGs, really.
he did
Really?
trash. What was it called? Was it Trash to Cash? No, that's what did he do? What was the thing he did where he did the garage sale series?
Yeah, I forget what he called it.
It was trash something. Anyways, yeah, he was telling people how to make money off of garage sales. What's
It might
up?
be Trash
What's
to
up, Will? How's
Cash.
it going? Yep, young Gary V. That's Gary V. Yeah, I think it was. Was that the bite of 87? No, it wasn't. But, all right, so here we go. Let's see. Who's next? Let's see. Who do we got? Oh, I didn't hit play. All right, one more here. Oh, no, that was the last one. All All right,
Yay.
so it looks like Levi won. Good job, Levi.
Yeah.
Yay, thank y'all, thank y'all.
So it is 9:46. So no Saturn giveaways, guys. I don't apologize. Why is it doing it? I hit remove. There we go. Who's that YouTuber? All right. Let's see. We'll go ahead. Will says it's rigged. We're going to go ahead, and I'm going to do this video game challenge a little bit different, Steve. This is going to be a little bit different. We have the next one here, which is The Price is Right. Oh. All right. So the name of the game, you guys haven't played this. Steve has. It's going to be a little bit different. So what I have is one of each, and you got to figure out which each one is, and you have a chance to change one answer. Flip it. Swap one time. So I'm going to have a below $10 game, a $10 to $20 game, a $20 to $50 game, a $50 to $100 game, and the game above 100, and then a game above 200.
Ooh.
Now they're all Xbox games, Xbox and Xbox 360.
I'm a Nintendo guy, right?
I know that's why I picked this, because I figured nobody knew it, because I don't know much of anything about the Xbox, and that's why I picked it. And supposedly it's good for us that are reselling, because Will talked about this Xbox, with the store and everything, and
Yep.
It's supposed to be everybody's trying to pick them up whenever as they can. I know Z Squared Gaming has like 1 million Xbox and 360 games.
Oh my goodness.
People probably wouldn't have recognized it if I put myself. I did put other people in there before. All right, so you have a chance. I'm going to take notes, and Levi and Daniel, do you guys want to be a team or do you want to be enemies?
Let's be a team.
We'll just be a team.
We'll be
That's
a
fine.
team.
That might be
All right.
easier since we're in the same spot.
All right, well, Steve, you're the enemy. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put – so I'm going to take record of what you account of what you're picking. But, yeah, so you have one below 10, one 10 to 20, one 20 to 50, one 50 to 100, one above 100, and one above 200.
Ooh,
That's a lot.
wow.
Yeah, so it's like 7 games, I think.
Piece of cake.
Yeah, so unless if I missed one, because I have forgotten to put stuff on here before. So if that's the case, I'll know which one it is because I know the prices. So we'll show what the prices are at the end.
Okay.
Z Squared Gaming said, hopefully I know I'm at 75% original Xbox. Like, wow. And there's a lot of Xbox games.
That's awesome.
So, all right. So here we go. You're going to have a time. You're going to hear the music. And when the music ends, you're going to know the song. I think it's like 15 to 20 seconds. So you got to make your decision within 15 seconds. Now, if you want to change your answer, my strategy is wait till the very end because you only have one chance to change your answer.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So here we go.
Okay. I'm thinking that's between like $10 and $20.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
All right. So sneaking over 200. Video's laggy is yeah, you might be early in. So no, I don't know. It's working on here, but is it lagging for you guys?
We're good.
Not for me.
All right. So Dirt Road Games are what is your answer?
10 to 20.
All right. So this is F1 2013 on the 360, and you're saying 10 to 20. All right. What about you, Steve? What do you say?
I'm going to go the next step up from that.
Okay. So you're going to go over. All right. 20 to 50.
Yeah.
All righty. Okay. I'm not giving answers yet. We're just going to keep rolling. All right. Here we go.
All right.
Next
All
one.
right.
What's tricky is all the Xbox 360 is going up lately.
World of Outlaw sprint cars. Now this is all complete in boxes.
Oh man.
It's not
All
on the
right.
seat very often.
Oh, hold on.
Ooh.
I wasn't supposed to do that.
Nope.
Okay, all right. So what do you guys think? Remember, you only get one.
Oh
each.
man, you can only get one.
Okay.
I picked obscure games too. So
Based off the one we saw right after this one, I'm thinking this was between $20 and $50.
okay, so this is the 20 to 50. Okay.
We'll go with that.
I'm thinking that it looks like it's worth between $20 and $50.
It looks like it's probably fun. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
All right.
It's like a hidden gem.
So sprint cars, 20 to 50, dirt road games. What about you, Steve?
I'll switch it. I'll flip flop. I'll go the one below.
So you're flipping. Okay. So you're gonna do what they did before on the other one.
Yeah.
All righty. Okay. So you're doing 10 to 20. All right. I gotta move this really quick so I can see where I'm at. Okay. All right. On to the next one, which I think you saw. I think it's called Cyanide on the Xbox.
I'm thinking that's something. That's what my gut says. It's in $10, but I could be super wrong on that. I've never seen that game in my life.
Most of these. By the way, the brackets are below 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 50, 50 to 100, above 100, and then above 200.
Well, we can flip one if we need to.
Only
Well,
one.
if we got to, I think this one is under $10.
Levi did so good on the YouTubers. I'm gonna let him take lead on that. He said under 10.
All right. So Cyanide is under 10. I saw Will sit there saying 100.
It sounds like it's cool, but it sounds like it was made too many copies. That's what it sounds like to me.
Okay, so see, here's the thing. I know nothing about Xbox and Xbox 360. Yeah, I know a few, but I don't really know much. So I tried finding ones I've never heard of. So, all right, Steve?
50 to 100.
All right, 50 to 100. Steve says 50 to...
All right, Steve, we'll see about that.
Steve's using cross-charting in the background.
All right, Lucas, thanks for coming on, man. Have a good one. I think Z Squared Gaming is saying 50 to 100 for Cyanide. He said he doesn't have that one yet.
He could be right. We might see after the rest of these. Might change our mind.
Let you know, if you want to cheat but don't cheat, is Z Squared Gaming does have a lot of Xbox stuff.
Gotcha.
Why do I always come on if the price is right? I don't know. Maybe it's quality. What's up, Chris? All right. Next one here. Is that right? Cyanide, you said 50 to 100, Steve, and then Dirt Road Games under 10, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's Spike Out Battle Street.
Ah, dang it, save it. Ah.
Why is this so hard?
I didn't think anything of my life.
Let's do Super Nintendo. Let's start over.
That's the point. It's supposed to be
I
games.
know.
This is pretty fun though.
All right. What do you got?
All right, I'll let you pick.
You've already used your under 10, 0 to 50. You've already used all those.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to go over 50 because we've used the lower ones. So.
All right. So do you want to go over 50, over 100, or over 200?
Just over 50 because I think we need to readjust that one.
Yeah.
All right.
We might have to be flipping that one later. We'll see.
I just hope I didn't forget like a game in here because I'm gonna feel really dumb if I did. All right. So they said 50 to 100. What about you, Steve? You've used
under 10.
Okay, under 10.
He's probably right. It's Sega though. That's the only thing that makes it seem odd to me. It's Sega, but I don't know.
All right, on to the next one.
Oh boy.
Nobody likes Sega.
Spider-Man.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's the render photo. Oh,
That's a good one.
I feel like that one was 50. Oh man.
I love hearing how people are going. What is that? How much is that?
Wow.
All right, what do you guys say?
So what makes it so difficult is we're only seeing one at a time. If we could see them all, I think I could put them in order.
I know
But,
that's the
I think we're gonna have to go.
We're gonna have to go over.
That's what's left, and I don't think it's over $200. There's no way that's over $200.
But remember, you can swap. So two of them will swap. So you would swap it with if you think one was wrong.
Yeah, we're so jacked up now.
We
It's not.
currently probably have 0 right, and us looking is not gonna help them.
Do we want a
Steve
car?
Gamer
to get all
says
this?
over 9,000. All right.
We're in the same boat right now. We both got to go that high.
Well, you haven't even done minus. You haven't even done under 10. Well, have you done under 10?
He
Yeah,
did.
I did
He
under
did.
10.
Okay. All right. So what is it for both of you?
It's over 100.
Over 100.
Over
100.
100, yeah.
I mean, that might be right. It's Spider-Man on 360.
All right, Spider-Man, and it's friend or foe. Let's see. I didn't even write all that. All right, so we got one more. We got one more in here. Here we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
I feel like this is the RPG.
Tales of Vesperia.
It might not be worth.
Let me just look at it real close right here.
Tales of Vesperia. What do you guys think?
Well, we have to put it over 200. That's all it's left.
Okay, all you guys got is over
It's all we
200.
got left. I feel like that's gonna work.
I-
Okay, let's put it up
If-
there
if-
at the top.
All right. All right. All
Wow.
right, both of you are over 200 on this. That's why I wait so that everybody's like, wait, maybe I should have changed it.
Wow.
Okay, all right. So let's you're both over 200 on this one. He said not a Tales fan. Oh, the Tales games. I like the Tales games. Okay, so what do you think? I'm gonna let you guys. So Dirt Road Games will pick first. Are you wanting to change any of your answers?
I want to change all of them, but we can only pick 2 to swap. Wow.
Let's see. I feel like
Where do we put the cyanide thing?
Okay, you put cyanide at. You guys put that at under 10.
okay. I feel like this. To be honest, I feel like the Spider-Man. I know most of it was probably wrong, but I feel like the Spider-Man is between 20 and 50 because it's friends or foes. So what did we put for 20 and 50?
Sprint cars.
Let's swap those. I don't know.
As long as we get one right, we'll be okay. And I think the Spider-Man will be right between 20 and 50.
Steve's over here getting all of
He
them right.
probably got them all right.
So, okay.
I think that's what you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine. It's a mess either way you go. So. Let's do it.
All right, so what do you do into 20 or 50?
We're gonna move the Spider-Man friend or foe
To
Down
20
to
to
20.
50.
down to 20 to 50.
And then cyanide to over no. Sprint cars over 100.
Yes.
Okay. All
That
right.
is definitely wrong.
All right. So you have F1 2013 10 to 20, Spider-Man 20 to 50, Cyanide under 10, Spike Out Battle Street 50 to 100, Sprint Cars over 100, and Tales of Vesperia over 200.
Worst
All right.
resellers ever, guys.
Sounds like we definitely have what we're doing.
Look, when we go to a yard sale and we don't have service, we're all messed up. We're price shortage.
All right, Steve. Is there anything you want to change? You want me to read them to you again?
I'm gonna take a crazy shot here. Levi said something really interesting to me. He said he's never
Okay.
seen that one game before.
Mm.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
switch it and this Tales from Vesperia.
Okay, so you had you talking about
The cyanide one.
Yep.
okay, I'm trying to find did you say what did you say for Battle Street?
Which one was that one?
Spike Out Battle Street.
That was the less than 10.
Oh,
Yep.
I wrote Steve. I don't know why. I was like, wait, what's going on here? Okay, all right. So you're swapping Tails with Spike Out?
No, Tales with that cyanide game.
Oh,
Yeah.
with Cyanide. Okay. All right.
He's probably right on that. The RPG probably messed with us.
Okay.
I have a feeling this one was probably second. That's my opinion, and Spider-Man should have been third, but it's too late, like you said.
So you did. So Tales of Vesperia is 50 to 100, and Cyanide is over 200.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, you guys ready to see how great you did?
We can both be completely wrong.
Zach said, "I think you got 1 or 2 right." So, all right, here we go. I gotta add. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen here, and we're gonna go to price charting, and we're gonna just go through each one.
Okay.
All right, here we go. All right, can you see on the screen price charting?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I got to pull this over here so I can look at the games. All right, so we first have, I have the chat covered up, guys. So if anybody's saying anything, I will get back to it in just a second. All right, so first one here is F1 2013 on the Xbox 360. Get ready for this. All right. All right, F1. Here we go. So $420.
Oh my goodness!
What?
Oh my goodness! Wrong right out of the gate.
Is that like
oh my god
or something?
Loose is only $38, but if you have the complete, it's $420.
That's weird.
You can look at the sold listings: $450, $390, $450, $495, $300, $299.
I tell you, the F1 simulators are super hot, man.
Do we have that game somewhere?
Yeah, like I gotta
we did that. We probably sold that for $5.
We sold it.
That's gonna throw everything off.
All right, so fail on that. So minus.
Yeah.
So you
They
guys
killed that Tales of.
Would have never guessed that.
All right,
that made me 3 wrong right out of the gate.
So next we got Spider-Man, friend or foe.
All right, I feel like we're good on this one. This is our one correct.
Yeah, I think you guys got this one correct. Okay, yeah. So it's $45.50.
Ooh.
So you guys got it right. So you're up 1.
Got
We
one.
barely got it, but we got it.
Steve, let's see which one. Why did I do Spider-Man? I wrote it wrong here. So because I changed up it. So Spider-Man was over 100 for Steve. So womp womp. So. All right. Next we have Cyanide. On the
Got
Xbox.
that one wrong.
On the Xbox. So let's see.
Hopefully that's under $10.
So it is $61.08.
Oh man!
Oh no!
Well, we had Outlaw for in between 50 and 100, didn't we? We knew we missed that one.
So Cyanide. So you both got that one wrong. You both were on the opposite spectrums on that one.
Yeah.
Oh my word! He's right in the middle.
So Steve, don't feel bad because Steve doesn't like resell. Well, he resells games, but that's not his. He doesn't like really focus on that. He's like, man, I don't know as much about these. I'm like, you don't. Nobody. The only person that knew really anything was Scott Squatch and Bowman Games. Like nobody. Everybody's like, I don't know what that is. All right, so here we go. Next we have Spike Out Battle Street. And all right, so Spike Out Battle Street on the Xbox is $178.
Oh my goodness!
You guys were close. You guys did 50 to 100, and you said 100, Steve. So
wow.
Dang, this has been bad. At least we changed to Spider-Man. We got one right.
You got one right. That's right. So Sprint Cars on the Xbox 360.
Oh my god!
You know what's crazy? I watch Chase After the Right Price all the time too, man.
Yeah, but these nobody can see. Have you ever seen these games?
No.
$14.23. So I think, Steve, you got one. Woo!
Oh, good job, Steve.
All right, so you guys got over 100. So all right, Tales of Vesperia. Yeah, that was. You would have thought that's why I picked it because it's an RPG. You would think it would do good. It is worth a massive $8.99.
Wow.
Oh man.
Yeah, so you both tied with one correct.
Yeah.
Well, that was good, guys. Well, it's 10 o'clock. Let me remove this from the Let me see. How do I get that off there? There we go. Let's see if anybody said anything. Low print run. The F1 game should be ashamed of itself. Get back down to a realistic price. I find this truly upsetting. Yep. Steve, I think you changed one of the correct ones. I think you did, Steve. I don't.
Oh man.
Yeah, whenever I said Block Street or Battle Street, whatever that was, I was like, you want to trade that one? And you're like, no, Cyanide. And I was like, oh, okay. 'Cause that's why I was laughing. Because if you would have changed those, you'd have gotten them both right. Well,
Wow.
right on. Guys, it's 10 o'clock, so we're going to close out. But do you want to tell whoever's still on here how they can check out your stuff, how they can buy from you, whatever you want to?
Sure.
If they just want to talk to you, go ahead and give us some links. And I'll put them in the chat.
Sure. So first of all, we just want to thank the Pickin' Preacher and Steve for having us on. We really enjoyed it. Thanks for inviting us, guys. We had a blast. So yes, we are Dirt Road Games. You can basically find us anywhere with that exact name. We're on Instagram. We're on eBay, our store. We're on YouTube, but yes, we don't have that many videos.
We've been going for it's been about 9 months since our last video, but we have a lot that have been filmed, but they're just in the middle of editing. We haven't had much time lately.
Levi was trying to finish up his schooling because he did graduate, a couple of weeks ago. So he was trying to finish up that senior year, and he's been doing pretty much all of the editing and stuff. So he's been tied up, and now he's working with me a little bit. So and doing the YouTube, the eBay on the side. So,
but sometime, hopefully, this
it's a lot of work to edit.
Start back up.
Look, I commend anybody like Pickin' Preacher. I commend you and anyone else on here. Reseller Madness and some different ones. Limestone Picker. Everybody that's doing YouTube. It is really a lot of work. I don't care what anybody tells you. It's a lot more than you think it is. So
and no work. Yeah, no money.
Kudos to all the guys and gals that are pulling all of this off. Yes, editing is a lot.
Yeah, because they do a lot of.
Yes, we don't have a lot of training on that. We're just kind of winging it by ourselves.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's the best way because you can be creative with it. So
maybe we should get some tips from the Pickin' Preacher on what kind of direction and how the quickest way to edit and then get to a completed video.
So I would like to know the quickest way to edit it because I don't know the quickest way. I'm all self-taught too. Like I just jumped into it and I just started doing it. And I just kind of played around with it. Thank you, Rushmore Show. Said Keith has stepped. I appreciate that. Hey, yeah, you need to connect with Rushmore Show. They follow you. They do these top fours, and they do a lot of networking. So if you get a chance, check them out.
Awesome.
What is the best platform to message me on? Instagram, Discord. Really, probably I see Instagram most. Facebook, I don't, a little bit on Facebook, and I think you're friends with me on all of those. So you can message me on. I don't check Discord enough, but so I put up their Instagram right here. So if you guys if you see it there, and then if you go up a little, you got the YouTube, just two chats right up. And you said you got your eBay. What's the link to eBay? Do you know?
I
here it is.
don't know.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it right here. It's on it's actually on the links in the Instagram.
Awesome.
Oh.
Yep, I remember that now. I need to do the link tree thing. So I see a lot of people doing that. I'm just behind on the times, guys. We're on the dirt road, so things get here years later than they do everywhere else. So
yeah. Well, yeah, and it's what you're what, like 11 o'clock right now?
No, we're still on Central Time.
Oh, okay. I was thinking
we're over here close to the line. If we drive 40 miles, then we're in the Eastern time zone. Yeah.
Time changes just like that. That's wild.
Yeah, it does. So like if you're doing like I used to joke about if you're doing like the Best Buy midnight releases and stuff, you could hit up two different ones. Not really, but you know what I mean.
You kind of could have. Yeah, he said it's 11 here, Rushmore. Yeah, they're in Georgia, or he's in Georgia. So yeah, connect with them, man, and they're believers as well. So
Awesome.
that would be a cool thing to do.
Awesome.
Well, cool. Hopefully, I do see you guys at Siege. Steve, is there anything you wanted to share with the audience or ask or anything before we head out?
No, I'm super impressed with you guys. I know that getting to do things with your son like that, reselling has got to be a blast. That's
it is. We've had a lot of fun. Appreciate that, Steve.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Anytime you have a tag team partner, that's the funnest way to do it for sure.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Well, what about you guys? Anything else you wanted to share or ask or anything?
You got anything, Levi?
I can't think of anything. So
it's been fun. Enjoyed it.
Right on. Well, sounds good. You guys don't have to. When I sign off, you can stay on and we'll say bye. But we're going to go ahead and tell everybody that's still watching. I know it's late. Thanks for coming on. We had a good time. I have a video coming out Friday, and keep pushing me. Keep holding me accountable. I'm gonna be down 100 pounds. I'm almost down 200 pounds. Woo!
Awesome.
I'm excited. So next time you see me, I will be over 20 pounds less from a few weeks ago. All right. God bless everybody. The Super Retro Force, thanks so much for coming on. Zach, everybody that came on, Kirk, I'm probably not hitting up everybody. Sega Steve. Yeah, hit the like button on the way out. And I don't see Gene, James Birchill. I haven't even seen him on Discord as much. But I miss him and a few other folks. But anyways, we'll see you guys next time. Blocky Kid, my son's in the house. I'm out, though. I'm out. I'm going to bed. So God bless you guys. Thanks so much. And we'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to check out their YouTube and Instagram and all that good stuff.
Appreciate it.
And it's